Love is in the air. You know what else is in the air? The return of my TBR videos. Baby! What's up, beasties? It's me, Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to the channel. You're looking lovely. Speaking of love, I love you all. This is the month of love. It's February, and I'm here with you today to talk to you about my TBR. Now, I know I said and at the end of last year I wasn't going to do a TBR anymore, and I'm still not really. I am, because I love doing TBRs. I love to plan out what I read each month. But as I admitted, I am a mood reader, which means I like to not be tied in by tight constraints to things. So this is kind of, my video will be a little bit of a TBR, MBR, might be read, mood be read, however you want to say it, mashup. I have a few things I'm for sure going to read, and I'll explain to you why. And then I have a lot of things that might be read, depending on the month. Now this month, it looks like a lot, but I'm finishing up a couple things, and then I have some things that might be read at the end of the month because this month me and my wife are going to Mexico to a little all-inclusive to celebrate each other. We haven't been anywhere really on a husband and wife vacation since our honeymoon a long time ago. So we're going to go to Mexico, and I am planning on sitting on the beach or by the pool with a drink and reading most of the time, and I am really excited about it. So that's why I have some extra things in here. But you know, I always have way too many things that I'm planning on reading. But that's what makes it fun. That's why you love to come here, because you can watch me fail miserably when I say I'm going to try to read all these things. But it's going to be fun to try. So without further ado, let's get into my TBR for February 2025. Let's do it, beasties. All right, so first up, I've got some lingering things I need to wrap up going into the month, and that is my ARC copy of The Black Mantle. This is going to be my main focus going into the beginning of February. I need to finish this up. I want to get it done ASAP and get a review out by the time the book comes out, February 14th on Valentine's Day. So this is going to be my main read. Right after I finish Theft of Swords, because I'm almost done with this. Actually, my bookmark's about 2/3 through, but I'm actually further than that because I've been reading it on ebook a lot when I'm working, and you know. But this is really good. I love it. So I'm going to finish this up, focus on this, and then audiobook wise, I have really been digging the audio for I need to update my bookmarks on these books that I'm not physically reading only. So I've been doing audio, and I had mentioned how I love the audio, but I feel like I'm getting lost. But I really was able to lock in, and then I read every time I finish a chapter or two, or I listen to a couple chapters. There's some really nice breakdowns of each chapter on like Reddit and stuff through some different people. So I've been doing that so that I read through that after, and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense now. And it's really been going good because I love the audio narrator for these. Very cozy. Fits the story well, and I'm loving this. So I want to finish this up ASAP. So I think I only had like, I don't know, 4 hours left on the audiobook or something. I don't know. So those are the things we're going to finish up in this first week. It's ongoing right now, wrapping those up so that we can move into other things. So next week, I'm having on a author on the channel, Matt Sean Ball, who I have his fantasy trilogy. They're all about this size, so I might read all three. Well, I'm going to read all three, but before he comes on the channel next week, I'm going to read for sure the first one. Might be all I get to, but then I want to read the rest this month. But for now, I'm going to start with this one. Epic, classic fantasy. Sounds really good. And Matt's an awesome dude. So I'm excited to talk to him. So I want to get this book one read so I can talk to him about it. And also because it sounds like a lot of fun. So I'll be reading that. Then I am in, let's turn that around this way. And then I am in a buddy read on Andrew from Andrew's Wizardly Reads Patreon, and they're reading Blood Over Brighthaven, a book I've been wanting to read. So I'm reading this too. Just reading a chapter here or there so far. I'm only like 3 chapters in. I haven't gotten far in, but it's all month. And I'm going to get through these lingering things first and then dive into this so that I can read that this month. It's very good so far. I'm enjoying it. Then my other thing that I really want to read, I talked about how I'm going to read some more romantasy, some more love-focused things. So, and I also talked in a Beast Tale weekly wrap-up how I wanted to start doing something called Beast Buds, where I would connect with a author or booktuber friend or content creator on a different platform, something like that. We'd pick a book that's on both of our TBRs that we both want to read, but then read it together as a buddy read, and then chronicle our adventures and thoughts in little videos each week. Then I'll put them all together in one video and put it out at the end of the month. Then do a live chat with them to talk about our experience. So I am starting that this month. And originally I was just going to read, I had mentioned that I wanted to read 2 of the big romantasy books, Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, and another one I'll talk about in a minute that you probably can see. But anyway, I wanted to first sure check these out as well as a couple of indie romantasy books I've been wanting to read. So my good friend Timothy Wolf said, hey, I have that. I want to read that too. So we were going to do it together, but then I had some other friends, some other Beast Buds reach out to me, and that was the fabulous author / booktuber Molly McCobb and the awesome booktuber Rowdy from Rowdy Player One. And I decided, you know what better way to kick off Beast Buds #1 than have it with 4 people, counting myself. So the 4 of us are doing this. We already recorded our kind of intro chat video where we talk about how we think it'll hit for us. We're all reading the first 12 chapters right now. We'll meet this weekend. And we're just going to do that all month. And then you guys will get to see our thoughts along the way, and it'll be a lot of fun. I'm kind of thinking of it as a fun video for you guys to watch, or also if you want to read it, you can kind of watch that video as you go through it as a buddy read. And if some people have reached out and asked about letting you know the book ahead of time, so I am doing that now. This is what we're reading this month, but also buddy reads. So I'll get to that more in my monthly wrap-up video coming out soon, and the next episode of A Beast Tale. I do have some things I'm thinking of in the works, now that I'm at 1,000 subscribers and I'm kind of hitting all these goals and getting monetized and all that stuff. I am considering a lot of things, a Discord where I could do buddy reads and communicate with you guys more in one place, a Patreon with a free level tiered up from there. Lots of things in the works that we can be excited about. So I do want to eventually start to do a buddy read with my beasties for sure. So look forward to that. For now, I'm doing this, and you can definitely take part in it. I would love that. So we're reading this, and it's been a blast so far, hanging out with those guys. So looking forward to that all month. Then the other big romantasy I want to check out is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I just have to. I mean, heard so much about this. It's in the 3rd book's out now, and I just got to see. I got to see for myself. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to read that one. And then novella-wise, I've heard a lot of good things about this, and there is a romance in it, so I'm going to count it. And that is Born to Rule the Storm by Kate Balmer. I'm going to check that out this month, which is awesome. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then I'm going to start reading 1 nonfiction book a month, and I'm starting that off with one that is a great one for this month, and that is Love, Family, and Cancer by Bill Beckett. This is a nonfiction book about Bill's story, his love story with his wife, and then, the story of going through her getting cancer and eventually passing away from it. And I've started reading it, and it's just a beautiful story, well written by Bill. He's an awesome guy. I've been chatting with him a lot. I'm going to have him on the channel for an interview down the road, and this is just fabulous. I highly recommend checking it out if you've been touched by cancer, or if you just want to read a sweet love story that ultimately, unfortunately, ends in sadness, but that is just part of how it goes. You know, we've all been touched by cancer in some way or another, or lost a loved one, and this is just beautifully written. It's just like he's hanging out, telling you his story, and I'm loving it so far. So I highly recommend this. Look for me to talk about more of it and review it soon. But that is what I'm reading for nonfiction. And then once I get through that, there is a book I want to read, and it's called Love Stories. I'll put the picture up here. I'm going to try to grab, I couldn't get it on Amazon. I might try to see if I can just get it from the library or something maybe. But it's basically a guy, the author, he sat down in public somewhere and he would just ask people to tell him their love stories. So these are all real stories that he got from people that he just met, and it just sounds so cool. So I really want to check it out for the month of February. I'm going to read that one once I finish Bill's awesome book. And then manga-wise, I caught up where I need to get to in Berserk. I'm caught up to the Conviction arc, all done. It was very good. Love it, love it, love it. It's very dark, very twisted. It's excellent. I'm loving it. Love some of the new characters that have popped in. I'm looking forward to doing my Berserk chat with a bunch of awesome booktubers. We just got to all kind of get there. So I'm there, so I can take a break from Berserk. Even though I want to keep going, I'm going to wait until after that chat probably to start it back up. So I'll get back into some that I put on hold, like Attack on Titan I got to finish, Vinland Saga, Sakamoto Days, and then I really want to get into some of the newer stuff, like Dan to Dan, and I don't know, a million other ones that I haven't read because I'm new to manga. So looking forward to that. Graphic novel wise, I need to read this. I've only read the first part, and I've been dying to read this ever since I got it a month ago. So I really need to get through this, and then once I do, I might go back into Something is Killing the Children, or Something is Killing the Children, or Grimm. I really love both of those. And then there's a lot of just regular Batman, Spider-Man stuff I'm way behind on. So many cool comics to read, so I need to get into all of that and get going. All right, so now we kind of get into the might to be read, the maybe babies, I like to tell them. I like to call them. Let's talk about those. Let's talk about Romantasy. The ones that the indie romances I want to read. The one I'm going to read for sure this month, because I already started it, and I'm having a great time with it. And that is The Dreams Thief by Bella Dunn. Pretty cool so far. I'm enjoying it. I love this cover. The sequel's out. She's got another new book coming out that I have the arc of, so I really want to start reading a lot of her stuff over the next couple months and get caught up on that. So I'm loving this so far. It's a lot of fun. Definitely going to be reading this one once I get through those other two, or maybe sprinkled in. And then there's two more that I really want to read. I'm going to bring with me when I go on my trip to Mexico, so I'm looking forward to them. And that is A Pocket of Lies from R.A. Sandpiper. This sounds like so much fun, and book 3's coming out, or it might have just came out, I think. I have the first two. I really want to read them, but want to check this out for sure. Sounds like a blast. And then The Starlight Jewel from E.L. Lyons. I love this cover, and this sounds like such a fun ride. Definitely want to check this out. So those are the Romantasy books that I want to check out later. And this next one isn't really a maybe baby, because I am going to read it. It's kind of going to be my book I read to break up some of that Romantasy, and that is God's Blood Tragedy by Bill Adams. I've been wanting to read this beautiful book for quite a while, and it is time to just get it done. Bill is awesome. He's one of the great friends I've made on the bookish community, and he's just awesome. He's so supportive and just an awesome author, writer, person. All the above, great human being. So I'm excited to read his book. I've heard awesome things. So the maybe baby part comes in because the sequel, Lady Drakeslayer, comes out this month, and I really want to read that too. So if I get this read before I go to Mexico, I will be bringing Lady Drakeslayer to Mexico with me to read that. So that's where the maybe baby comes in, but I am going to read this during the month of February. Yes, February is the month of love, but it is also Black History Month. And I've got a novella and two books by awesome authors that I've just been dying to read, and I think this would be an awesome time to read them. Planning on bringing them with me to Mexico to read. And that is the novella, The Lies of a Jungo. That, I've heard really good things about that. It sounds awesome. So I want to check that out. And then I still have not read The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter, so I'm excited to get into this. I've heard really good things about it, including from my good friend Marcelo. I'm excited to check this out. It sounds really cool, so I'm going to check that one out. And another one that I really have been wanting to read, and that's Chain Gang All-Stars. I'm excited to check this out. This book sounds like a lot of fun. So there you go. There's my February TBR, full of some for sures and some maybe babies. And that's how I'll do it from now on, because that's what you do when you're a mood reader. You plan some things, and then you have some things just in case. It won't usually be this big. Like I said, I'm going to Mexico for like 5 days. Between the plane rides and the sitting by the pool and beach times, I'm going to read like a mother, and it's going to be awesome. So expect the stack in future months to be half this big, but it's going to be fun to see what I can get through, especially with that trip, because sometimes I surprise myself. When I have time to read, I can read faster than I remember I can. So to think of, a few days of no interruptions, no kids, no work, just hanging out, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. And don't you worry, I plan to record some fun content while I'm there too, so look forward to that. But anyway, that's all I got for you today, beasties. I hope you enjoyed this. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know if you've read any of these, what you think of them. Let me know what you're reading this month. Or just say hello, because I'd love to chat with you. I respond to every comment. You guys make this worthwhile. You're my favorite part. Love you, beasties. So, without further... Nope. So, I will see you in the next video. And until I do, devour your TBRs. Be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll see ya.